During the early 8th century, the Umayyad Caliphate made significant strides in expanding its territory beyond the Iberian Peninsula, with the region of Septimania, a part of modern-day southern France, becoming a key focus of Muslim military activity. Septimania, strategically located along the Mediterranean coast, was an important area for the Umayyads as they sought to extend their influence further into Christian Europe. The Siege of Avignon and the Battle of the River Berrre were crucial events in the struggle for control of this region, highlighting the complex interactions between Muslim forces and the Christian kingdoms of the Frankish Empire. Background: the Muslim presence in Septimania. In the early 8th century, after the successful conquest of much of the Iberian Peninsula, the Umayyads sought to expand their reach into the southern part of Gaul, modern-day France. By 719 CE, the Umayyad general Al-Sam ibn Malik al-Kalani had taken control of several cities in Septimania, including Narbonne, and had begun pushing further into the region. This led to a series of conflicts with the Frankish kingdoms and local Christian rulers who resisted the Muslim advance. Siege of Avignon, 730 CE. Avignon, located on the Rhone River in southeastern France, was one of the key cities in the region that the Umayyads sought to capture in their bid to consolidate control over Septimania. In 730 CE, Al-Sam led a siege of Avignon, which was defended by the local Frankish forces. The siege was part of the broader Umayyad strategy to solidify their dominance over southern Gaul and extend their territorial holdings along the Mediterranean. However, the siege of Avignon did not result in an immediate victory for the Umayyads. Despite their initial successes in surrounding the city, the defenders, under the leadership of the local Frankish noble, managed to resist the Muslim forces for a considerable time. The siege eventually ended without the city falling into Muslim hands, partly due to reinforcements sent from other parts of the Frankish kingdom and the strategic significance of Avignon as a fortified stronghold. The failure to capture Avignon was a significant setback for the Umayyads, who were unable to consolidate their control over the region. Battle of the River Berrre, 731 CE. The Battle of the River Berrre, fought in 731 CE, was another key confrontation between the Umayyads and the Frankish forces in the region of Septimania. The battle took place near the Berrre River, likely the modern-day River Berrre, in southern France, where a Frankish army led by Duke Eudo of Aquitaine confronted the forces of Al-Sam ibn Malik, who was attempting to consolidate Umayyad control over the region. The Frankish army achieved a decisive victory in the Battle of the River Berrre, forcing the Umayyad forces to retreat. This battle marked the beginning of the end for the Muslim ambitions in Septimania. Following the defeat, the Frankish forces regained control over much of the region, and the Umayyads were unable to mount a successful counteroffensive. Aftermath and legacy: the defeat of the Umayyads in the Battle of the River Berrre and the failure to capture Avignon marked the high point of Muslim expansion into southern France. These setbacks played a significant role in halting further Muslim incursions into Gaul and ultimately preventing the establishment of lasting Muslim rule in the region. In the long term, the Frankish victories in Septimania would contribute to the broader efforts to push back Muslim forces from Western Europe, culminating in the famous Battle of Tours, 732 CE, where the Franks under Charles Martel decisively halted Muslim expansion into northern Europe. The events in Septimania, including the siege of Avignon and the Battle of the River Berrre, served as crucial moments in the larger context of the ongoing struggle between Christian Europe and the expanding Islamic Caliphate. Conclusion: the Muslims in Septimania faced significant resistance from the Frankish kingdoms, and the siege of Avignon and the Battle of the River Berrre were pivotal events in this struggle. Although the Umayyads initially made gains in the region, the subsequent defeats and setbacks prevented them from establishing a lasting presence in southern Gaul. These battles were part of the broader military contest for control over Western Europe, with long-lasting implications for the political and religious landscape of the region.